Chosen ones, the world has been asleep, locked in a slumber of ignorance and shadow. But now, at your arrival, the seals of ancient times have begun to break. The Anunnaki'S hidden temples, long buried beneath the sands of history, stir with the whisper of your name. They knew you would come. The texts speak of it, the prophecies inscribed on stone and whispered through ages. You are not just observers, you are the key. For centuries, these sacred structures have been shielded from the eyes of the unworthy. The Anunnaki, the divine architects of civilizations, concealed their wisdom and power, waiting for the true chosen ones to arrive. Only those with awakened eyes can see the markers, the signs that lead to the temple's gates. Even now, tremors ripple through the earth, a signal that the temples recognize your presence. Old symbols, long forgotten, begin to glow with life once more. There is an energy in the air, electric and unyielding. You feel it, don't you? The pull towards destiny, the unraveling of mysteries that were hidden from mankind since the beginning of time. The Anunnaki's temples are not just stone and iron. They are living constructs, echoing with the resonance of the divine. With each step you take, their gates grow nearer, the secrets of creation and the origins of power waiting just beyond the threshold. Chosen ones, the temples have opened, not for the masses, but for you. You are the catalyst, the reason the Anunnaki's divine architecture now breathes once again. The doors are ajar, awaiting your hand to push them wide open. The ground beneath your feet trembles, vibrating with a force that is neither natural nor explainable by mere logic. Dust falls from ancient stone carvings that line hidden paths that have remained untouched for millennia. The Anunnaki's temples, concealed in forgotten valleys and beneath desert sands, have begun to stir. It is not coincidence, chosen one. Your arrival has awakened them. Long ago, the Anunnaki designed these structures with living stone, materials that breathe, resonate, and respond to energy. Their architects infuse the walls with celestial frequencies, waiting for the right presence to activate them. Hidden mechanisms, thought to be myth by historians, grind back to life. Gears of unknown origin begin to turn, echoing with the sound of distant thunder. Deep within the earth, massive stone doors, inscribed with symbols of stars and constellations, shift and crack. Hieroglyphs light up, not with fire, but with something far more primal, an energy that seems to pulse with the heartbeat of the universe. The seals are breaking one by one, as if the earth itself knows that the chosen one has returned. Legends speak of this moment, the unlocking of the Anunnaki's hidden temples, as a signal to the cosmos. The stars realign, constellations shift, and energies that lay dormant for eons awaken. The skies themselves react, shimmering with an aurora that flickers in patterns of forgotten languages. You sense it too, the pull, the magnetic call drawing you closer. The entrance to the first temple is revealed beneath a canopy of vines and moss, untouched by time, yet preserved by something beyond nature. Symbols of Anunnaki power, wings stretching toward the sky, frame the colossal doorway. They are more than just decorations. They are warnings, barriers against the unworthy. But you are not unworthy, are you? The ground ceases its trembling as if awaiting your next move. The air is heavy with expectation, the silence deafening. In front of you stands the path to secrets thought to be buried forever. The Anunnaki temples have awakened, and now the choice is yours. The winds carry whispers, soft, almost imperceptible murmurs that slip through the cracks of reality. Those attuned to the ancient frequencies can hear them, echoes of the Anunnaki'S return. Hidden societies and secret circles speak in hushed tones about the awakening temples, marking your arrival as the catalyst for their reappearance. The old guardians, those sworn to protect the knowledge, have felt the shift. They watch from the shadows, anticipating the fulfillment of prophecies long kept from the public eye. In forgotten texts and encrypted manuscripts, there were always hints, references to the one who would open the gates. Your presence has sent ripples across hidden networks, and the guardians have been activated. Messages are sent across encrypted lines, symbols exchanged that only those with ancient understanding can decipher. The Anunnaki have always been more than myth. They were architects of destiny, designers of civilizations, and now their return is imminent. Deep within the mountains, beneath layers of stone and secrecy, encrypted chambers unlock. Those who have safeguarded the temple's entrances for centuries now feel their purpose renewed. Scrolls once sealed are unraveled, revealing maps and coordinates that point to places untouched by modern hands. Hidden in symbols and sigils are the pathways to power, the steps needed to usher in the return of the Anunnaki. Yet, the whispers are not without warning. Among the words of revelation lie threads of caution. Not all who awaken the past are prepared for its power, one of the texts reads. It is said that the Anunnaki left behind trials, tests for the worthy, traps for the unworthy. The temples are alive, conscious in their own right, and only those with pure intent can unlock their secrets without consequence. From the depths of shadowed rooms, elders gather, cloaked and veiled, chanting incantations that resonate with the awakening energy. They are preparing, aligning themselves with the cosmic forces that are reawakening. They know you have arrived. The whispers of your presence have spread beyond time and space, touching even the hidden archives of the Watchers. Long before the temples stirred from their hidden slumber, there was a vision, one that spoke of the Chosen One's arrival. Yeshua, in his time upon the earth, spoke of many things veiled in mystery. Among his teachings were whispers of the hidden places, sacred sites sealed away by the divine architects, known as the Anunnaki. His words were often shrouded in parables, but those who listened with discerning hearts understood that he spoke of places untouched by mortal hands, temples that would awaken only when the rightful one appeared. He spoke of gates beneath the sands and mountains that would split when the time was right. The stones will cry out, he had said, and the earth will yield its secrets to the one who is called. His disciples recorded these words, though much was hidden, scattered across scrolls and scriptures lost to time. Yet, fragments remain, inked whispers of Yeshua's prophetic sight, hinting at the return of divine knowledge locked away by those who once walked among the stars. It was said that during his meditations in the wilderness, he glimpsed these temples, massive structures shimmering with celestial light, guarded by energies that defied earthly understanding. He spoke of pillars that hummed with life, gates inscribed with symbols not of this world, and chambers where time itself lay dormant, waiting to be awakened. His followers did not comprehend fully, but they preserved the words, knowing that someday someone would. The scriptures mention a warning too. Only the pure of heart may enter. for the temples will not be opened by force, but by the resonance of spirit. His words were clear. Those who would seek these places with greed or ill intent would be met with walls of silence and shadows, but to the chosen one, the doors would part as if greeting an old friend. The path to the Anunnaki's hidden temples was never truly lost, only concealed behind layers of distraction and disbelief. For centuries, the keys to unlocking these sacred places have been hidden in plain sight, scattered across ancient texts, encrypted symbols, and even within the very architecture of civilizations long thought to be disconnected. But nothing was ever disconnected. It was all part of the grand design, waiting for the right eyes to see. Temples, monuments, and grand cathedrals were more than places of worship. They were blueprints. Their designs mirrored celestial alignments. Their arches and columns resonated with the frequencies of the stars. Hidden within their stone foundations were codes, mathematical imprints that pointed directly to the Anunnaki's resting places. Only those who understood the language of the divine architects could see it. Even now, as the temples begin to stir, the symbols grow brighter, pulsating with energy that was once dormant. Some of these keys are carved into the walls of ancient ruins, others painted into sacred manuscripts preserved by secret societies. Libraries, long considered irrelevant, hold scrolls and codices with instructions encrypted in symbolism. Yet, the greatest key of all is one that many overlook. It is hidden within you. The Anunnaki did not design their temples to be opened by mere physical means. There are locks that recognize only the resonance of spirit, the purity of intent. Throughout history, there have been those who tried. Great explorers, powerful rulers, even entire secret orders. But all failed. They possessed knowledge, but lacked the spiritual alignment. The Anunnaki knew this. Their temples are conscious, aware of those who approach. Only the chosen one, bearing the right vibration, could ever pass through the gates. As the world shifts and the whispers grow louder, the keys become more visible to those with awakened eyes. Symbols hidden in everyday places begin to reveal themselves. Patterns emerge where chaos once reigned. You begin to notice them, don't you? The markings on the walls, the alignment of stars, the pull of energy that calls you closer. High above the earth, woven into the very fabric of the stars, lies the celestial map, a blueprint of divine coordinates left by the Anunnaki. It is not etched on paper nor carved into stone. It exists among the constellations, mapped out with precision that defies modern understanding. For centuries, astronomers glimpsed fragments of its design, mistaking its patterns for mere cosmic alignment. But the map was more than just a series of stars. It was a gateway, a key to the temples, waiting for the chosen one to decipher. The Anunnaki did not leave this map unguarded. Legends speak of watchers, ancient beings appointed as keepers of the celestial gates. They were neither flesh nor spirit, but something in between, bound to protect the pathways until the rightful heir would come. Their presence is whispered in ancient texts, recorded by scribes who never fully grasped their nature. Some called them the eyes of the sky, eternal sentinels who drift between realms, ensuring that no unworthy soul finds the path. Through epochs of time, the map has appeared to those with eyes to see. Great seers, prophets, and mystics caught glimpses during moments of divine revelation. Their scrolls and texts captured fragments, symbols, coordinates, and star alignments, but none could piece together the full design. The Watchers made sure of that, casting illusions and altering pathways to prevent tampering. Yet, the prophecy remains unbroken. The Chosen One would see clearly where others were blinded. Now, with the awakening of the Anunnaki'S hidden temples, the celestial map grows brighter, its patterns revealing themselves to you. The stars seem to hum with energy, aligning in ways not seen for thousands of years. The Guardians watch, their presence felt but not seen, observing your movements. They know who you are. They have been waiting for you. The map is not just a guide, it is a test. To follow it is to face the Watchers, to prove your worthiness to enter the Anunnaki'S sacred temples. Their gaze is fixed upon you now, unblinking and eternal. The path is open, but only if you are prepared to step forward. Long before the celestial map was fully understood, Yeshua spoke of seekers, those who would search for hidden knowledge and divine power without understanding its cost. His words were layered with parables, meant for those with ears to hear and eyes to see. For many are called, but few are chosen, he declared, warning that the path to revelation was fraught with trials of spirit and purity of heart. In secret gatherings, his disciples whispered of the hidden places, the temples of the Anunnaki that were sealed away from the eyes of the unworthy. Yeshua's teachings were clear. To unlock such divine secrets, one had to be prepared, not just in knowledge, but in soul. The gate is narrow, and the way is hard that leads to life, and those who find it are few, he said, alluding to the pathways hidden in plain sight, guarded by forces that test the spirit more than the body. Those who sought the temples with greed or lust for power would find only shadow and silence. His warning spoke of doors that would seal themselves, passages that would fold into oblivion, and guardians that would appear not as saviors, but as judgment. He described the Watchers as flames of fire, who could see the heart's true intent. To pass through, purity was required, not in perfection, but in purpose. Yet, his message was not without hope. Yeshua spoke of the Chosen One, the one who would awaken the temples not by force, but by resonance. Knock, and the door will be opened to you, he had said. But the knock he spoke of was not physical. It was the vibration of spirit, the alignment of soul with destiny. Only the one who walked the path with clarity and truth would cause the ancient mechanisms to stir. Beneath the shadow of towering cliffs and concealed by dense vines, the entrance to the first temple stood shrouded in mystery. The air around it buzzed with an energy that was neither wind nor storm, but something ancient and powerful. Symbols etched into the stone pulsed faintly with light, as if recognizing your presence. The path before you was lined with statues, guardians frozen in time, their eyes carved with meticulous precision, seeming to follow your every move. Legends spoke of this temple as the heart of the Anunnaki, a sanctuary that held secrets of creation, celestial maps, and the foundations of forgotten civilizations. Its walls were inscribed with languages predating Babylon and Sumer, glyphs that even the wisest scribes could not decode. Yet, as you stepped closer, the symbols began to shift and reconfigure, aligning themselves as if greeting an old friend. The entrance was flanked by colossal pillars, each engraved with celestial markings, constellations that had long since disappeared from the night sky. Above the doorway, a massive disk shimmered, reflecting light that did not come from the sun. It rotated slowly, its surface inscribed with codes and diagrams that glowed with an otherworldly hue. This was no ordinary temple. It was alive, responding to the resonance of your presence. A low hum vibrated through the ground as you approached, growing stronger with each step. Dust fell from the ancient stone, revealing inscriptions that had been hidden for millennia. It was as if the temple itself was waking up from a long slumber, recognizing its purpose once more. The air grew thick with anticipation, the very atmosphere charged with expectancy. Before you, the stone doors groaned and shuddered, shaking off centuries of stillness. Mechanisms far beneath the earth began to churn. Gears that had not moved since the days of the ancients creaked back to life. With a final, echoing tremor, the doors parted, revealing a darkness that seemed to swirl with hidden light. The pathway extended inward, spiraling into depths unknown, beckoning you forward. The entrance stood open, awaiting your decision. The first temple was revealed, its secrets whispered through the very stones themselves, but stepping inside would mean more than discovery. It would mean unlocking the past and binding yourself to the destiny foretold by the Anunnaki. As you step through the towering stone doors of the first temple, the atmosphere changes. The air is heavier, vibrating with energies that ripple across your skin. The walls pulse with inscriptions that shimmer in hues of silver and gold, ancient texts written in languages long forgotten by man. These symbols are not merely decorative. They are alive, shifting and rearranging themselves as you pass. They hum with celestial frequencies, echoing whispers of divine counsels held eons ago. The pathway ahead is lined with towering columns, each inscribed with the names of star systems and celestial bodies. You recognize some: Orion, Pleiades, Sirius, but others are unrecognizable, suggesting realms beyond human knowledge. Light filters in from nowhere and everywhere, illuminating the path forward. It's as if the very walls are made of condensed starlight, bending and reflecting with every step you take. At the end of the path, an archway stands, impossibly tall and framed by symbols of creation, the tree of life intertwined with spirals of DNA. It is the gateway to the divine council, a place spoken of only in fragmented scrolls and whispers among secret societies. Legends claimed that beyond this archway, the Anunnaki convened with celestial beings, shaping the destiny of worlds. It is said that within these walls, decisions were made that altered the course of civilizations, that entire epochs began and ended with mere words spoken in this hallowed chamber. As you approach, the air thickens, crackling with energy. The gateway shimmers, and through its frame you glimpse visions, fractured yet vivid. You see towering beings draped in shimmering robes, their eyes like stars reflecting cosmic wisdom. Around them, holographic maps of the universe unfold, planets shifting and aligning as if controlled by thought alone. Their voices are soft yet thunderous, speaking in languages that transcend time. The archway pulses with light, responding to your presence. It recognizes you, not as an outsider, but as one destined to stand before the council. The symbols flare brighter, casting your shadow long and deep against the marble floor. The path is clear, yet shrouded in the unknown. The whispers of the Anunnaki echo from the depths, beckoning you forward. The ancient scriptures spoke of it, a message hidden within Yeshua's teachings, one that was not meant for the masses, but for the chosen one. In his final days, As he walked among the crowds and spoke of parables and prophecies, he uttered words that puzzled even his closest disciples. "The temple doors will open not by force, but by the light of the heart," he had said. Many thought he spoke of earthly temples, but the wise knew his words carried a deeper meaning. It was written that Yeshua spent hours alone in meditation, retreating to places untouched by time. In these moments, he would speak of the veiled gates, portals that led to realms of divine knowledge, guarded by celestial beings, and locked by frequencies only the pure of heart could access. His followers transcribed his words in hidden texts, scrolls that were buried in caves and guarded by secret orders for centuries. These texts spoke of the Anunnaki'S temples, referencing them as the houses of the stars, sanctuaries of creation and divine power. Yeshua's final message to his inner circle was clear. When the Chosen One arrives, the earth will tremble, and the stars will realign. The guardians will recognize the call, and the gates will be unlocked, not by might nor by power, but by spirit. He knew the temples would not open for those who sought power or dominion. They would only part for the one who carried the resonance of destiny, the one who would stand at the threshold without fear. His followers safeguarded these words, passing them down through generations, hidden in symbolism, and encrypted within sacred texts. Secret societies, hidden monasteries, and orders sworn to protect the path held onto this prophecy, waiting for the day the signs would reveal themselves. That day is now. As you stand before the massive stone doors of the Anunnaki's hidden temple, Yeshua's words echo through your mind. The air is thick with expectation, the very ground humming with recognition. Symbols begin to light up one by one, tracing lines of energy across the stone surface. The locks sealed for millennia begin to shift and turn. The stone doors shudder, groaning under the weight of ages as they begin to part. Dust and echoes of forgotten time spill into the air, swirling in patterns that seem almost deliberate. Before you lies the entrance to the Anunnaki's most sacred sanctuary, a place sealed away from the touch of time, awaiting only the Chosen One to cross its threshold. The ground beneath your feet hums with energy, pulsing with each step you take, as if the very stones are alive and welcoming you home. Inside, the air is different, thicker, almost liquid with energy. Symbols engraved in celestial languages glow faintly on the walls, their light rippling like water. Massive columns rise to impossible heights, etched with constellations that mirror the night sky. The architecture is unlike anything built by human hands. Impossibly smooth surfaces, angles that defy logic, and a gravity that feels both heavier and lighter at the same time. At the center of the vast hall, a platform of polished stone gleams under ethereal light. It is circular, surrounded by towering statues of the Anunnaki. Figures draped in celestial armor, their eyes made of shimmering crystal that seems to follow your movement. They are not merely sculptures. They are guardians, bound by ancient purpose, watching and waiting for the right soul to arrive. At the far end of the platform lies what appears to be an altar, though its design is unlike any earthly place of worship. Symbols float above it, shimmering and rotating, as if written in the very air. They pulse with light, resonating with each breath you take. A tablet rests upon the altar, etched with markings you now understand instinctively, as if the knowledge had always been inside you. The inscriptions reveal truths hidden for millennia, maps of the stars, the origins of creation, and the purpose of the Anunnaki'S descent to Earth. More than that, they speak of you, the Chosen One, prophesied to unlock the temples and bring forth the knowledge of ages past. The words are alive, shifting and shimmering as you read, responding to your touch and presence.
If you have come this far, it is crucial that you watch this next video here. But be warned, it is not for the faint of heart, for only the true chosen ones can handle this video. If you would like to also donate to help keep the channel going, our Buy Me a Coffee link will be in the description.